Welcome to Winter Wonderland, tubes. How's she hanging? Well, another little blast of snow last night, just a little bit. And it's crazy because I gotta go out and clear this, but in a couple of few days it's supposed to go up to +7 again, so that'd be awesome. Get rid of her all again. That's all she's been all winter, is snow a bit, cold for a couple of days, warms up, rains, melts. On and on and on. It's done that about 6 or 7 times this winter. Totally weird for up here, but anyways, it has been a weird winter, that is for sure. Still really icy, of course, underneath, but that'll all melt in the next couple of few days. But it's crazy because it's a lot of effort to get it all clear, and then the next couple of days it'll all melt again. But you gotta kind of make her look like you made an effort at her, right? So anyways, last night I think I mentioned I'm gonna leave that light on. I forgot to come down and turn it off at 8 o'clock. Well, actually, that's not true. I did forget to come down and turn it off 8 o'clock. About 9:30, I thought, oh crap, I was supposed to go check that light. So I came down about 9:30-ish, had a look at that light, and it was still on. And if we look at the wall here, well, that's not too good. But holy crap, it's still on. Sweet. So that's good. Now I'm curious to see. Oh, yeah, it's still on. So this has been on for almost 24 hours. Roughly, it's almost 24 hours since I turned that on. Now let's see. We were sitting at 12.3 volts. Let's have a look now. Let's just hook this on here. Oh, we're down below 12 now, so she did burn up a little bit last night. We're 11.2 volts. Interesting. Well, that's all right. That's all right. So I guess I'll let her run a little longer. Could say she ran 24 hours off this battery, which, you know, that is a pretty juicy, huge battery. And she's all good. So yeah, we're 11 point, just a little bit more than 11.2, so that would still be enough to start your car, so you could have almost 24 hours of light if your battery was, well, maybe not in the ice super cold, and it was a pretty good, decent shaped battery. You could at least have light for 24 hours, if not a bit more. So that's pretty good, because regular car lights, they might last about 3 hours maybe on this battery, not at the end of her. So there you go, and you get quite a bit more light than you know what they're saying here. So now I wonder, should have done this little experiment. Had my solar panel here. Now it's not really sunlight, but it is light energy. And I don't know if it would charge off of that or not, recharge itself. That'd be pretty sweet. I know there's a law of, I wouldn't say law of physics, but a law that allows, you can't get free energy from this kind of what I was talking about. So you can't, you know, be running your light, have your panel here, and then recharging your battery again. It doesn't work like that. If it did, we'd all be out of this energy crisis, right? But you might get a little bit more extended life out of it, but it wouldn't be very much. So it would, I don't know if the panel would make more energy than this thing was using. That's the only way I think you'd get ahead of it. But it might be a neat project one day, and you can tell if it's working or not if the voltage stays up or keeps dropping as well. So we'll have to try that just someday. I got, you know, an extra light, so I doubt it will work, but you never know. You never know. So I know solar panels are only supposed to work with like kind of sunny light, and sometimes off of a little bit of light here they'll give you, you know, a little bit of a juice, but not near enough. So but I don't know, this one's might be intense enough that you know what, that's funny that I put my hand there. I almost think I can feel some heat off it, but you know, you touch that and it's like cold. Or maybe I'm just imagining. I don't know. But anyway, so I'll have to bring down the panel here and try her out sometime, see if we can actually get a voltage measuring off it. I kind of sort of doubt that it's going to do anything, but you never know. Light is funny stuff. But anyways, I'm going to let this sit for a little longer, and then I guess I'll get my little juicer machine out on it and start juicing her up again. Well, just before we get started here today, I need to do a big shout out for a fellow by the name of Matt. I'm just looking on my fan page here. They sent me a message. Matt is a volunteer firefighter in Kansas. It says here that he was injured in a grass fire last week. He's also a huge BILLSTMAXX fan. That's awesome. So am I. And a huge fan of the firefighters too. Keep that in mind. Because you guys are, no way, I don't think I could do that kind of stuff, and you guys are amazing what you do, because I know exactly what you're going through here, bud. Anyways, he was injured in this grass fire. I'll tell you a little bit more about that, what I know about in a sec here. Injured in a grass fire last week, and they sent a picture of him. I don't think he wants me to post the picture, but he's really bandaged up. Poor guy, his whole face looks like it got burnt. His arms all got burnt. I can't see the legs because they're under the blanket, but I bet you they got some too. That is freaking crappy. Anyways, yeah, he looks like he's not in good spirits. So everybody could just give Matt, now this isn't Matt, my friend from England, this is Matt from Kansas, volunteer firefighter from Kansas. If you guys could just in the comments below just say get well soon, you know, and all your good wishes to him, that would really be appreciated. I'm sure he'd just love that. And anyways, I know what he's going through. Looks like he's probably had a bunch of skin grafting or something too. Oh man, that would just, the frickin' pain from that would just be atrocious. I burnt myself yesterday with one little piece of stuff that fell down on my glove, and it frickin' killed. I couldn't imagine having like your whole face and your arms and whatever all burnt up too, you know. Holy crap, that would suck. And then having to change like the bandages and stuff every day and trying to peel them off the skin. Oh man, I'd be so loaded on painkillers myself to try to keep the, you know, down a bit, but so that's only going to go so far too, right? But crap. Okay. Yeah, so anyways, about, how many years ago now was that? It's got to be 5 years anyways. Just so happened that we were working down in the bush sort of by the river. We had a burn barrel going there. We were burning up some old sticks and crap, and it was spring of the year and there was no snow left, and the field in the back, way back behind us here on the other side there, was there's no snow, so it was all like what do you call it, dry grass and stuff. And we're burning stuff, blah blah blah, burning stuff, and then I seen this trespassing person that I didn't really pay too much attention to. He come walking down the road and up beside the garage. I'm like, where the crap's he going? I'm like, I can't kind of go chase him now because I got this burn barrel going here. It wasn't going like crazy, but it was going, and didn't really pay any attention. We just kept going, and all of a sudden I seen fire trucks coming in, and I'm like, what the crap's going on here? And he's like, they come walking down. I knew the guy, luckily he went to school with him. He says to me, he's a volunteer guy too, volunteer fire guy. He says to me, do you have a permit here for burning here today? I'm like, no. No, we didn't have a permit then, right? I'm like, I'm in a burn barrel with like, should be fine. He's like, oh no, you need a permit. I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, the field's on fire back here. I'm like, what? What? So I'm like, looking around, I'm like, holy crap, I can see the smoke. Like, we're down in the bush where you can't really see much, right? And then I look out and I'm like, holy crap, I can see the flames. So he's like, yeah, we're gonna get the team in here, we'll get that out. I'm like, okay. He didn't seem too concerned. He was more concerned that I was burning without a permit. He didn't ding me or nothing. He let it slide, he said, but he thought, no, it wasn't him. It was one of the other guys on the fire crew there that said, oh, I bet you guys started this fire. This is all going to be your responsibility. I'm like, what the frick are you talking about? So he thinks we're down on the far side of the garage, you know, where I cross the river all the time there, that an amber came out of my fire. You know, it would have to float because I didn't grab a hot amber and throw it in the frickin' over here. It went up through the trees, way over the trees, over the garage, over this forest behind us, landed in that field way back there, and lit the field on fire. I'm like, dude, come on, really? You're a fire guy. You should know that would never, ever happen. It'll go up here and get up here and then burn out, and then that would be it. It wouldn't be big enough to carry that far. I'm like, you know what? I seen, when we were down the river here, a guy walk through here, and he was smoking. Seen it, you know, he puffed it and he walked up to the garage. I bet you $1 million he was done with it and he fired it on the ground, and that's what lit it on fire. Could have been really bad, but luckily they got her out. They had backpack pump sprayers and stuff, and then they just used actually big brooms, these great big brooms, and just swept it out. So I don't know what Matt's situation was there with the fire he was in, but it must have been pretty friggin' bad if he got burnt like that. Maybe he got cornered by it or something. Who knows? Like, I'll tell you too, and it was moving fast. This fire was really moving fast. Back here, like, have you ever seen a grass fire go? Holy frig. Oh, wow. It's just like, and you know, in seconds it could trap you, so maybe that's what happened to Matt. I don't know. But anyways, get better, buddy. It's probably going to be a long haul. I realize and understand that. Oh man, I can just imagine being burnt like that. I've never myself, luckily, been burnt really bad. Just, you know, a couple of, well, small stupid ones, but they'll heal up pretty quick. But with that, like, that's just freaking wicked, and that would totally really suck. But I guess that's some of the dangers you take on when you take on to being a fire guy, right? And that's probably, he totally understood that. But you know, things can happen just boom like that, and I bet you that's what happened to him. So I don't know what would be worse, if a grass fire like that, or in like a house or something that's burning down and you get trapped in like that. That would really suck too, man. Actually, we had a friend, my wife worked at this place way back. I think we were married then, maybe not, before that even. And she was in a big house fire, and I think the refrigerator shorted out and caught fire and lit the house on fire. And of course, she was way back in the back bedroom, and it like entrapped her in there, and she had to run through this fire to try to get out to the door, and she got all burnt up her face and everything too, and on her arms and stuff, because, you know, you're in bed, you're not wearing like a whole pile of clothing. It's usually just like a whatever you'd wear to bed. So I guess that melted off her pretty quick too. And man, oh man, that would just totally suck. I really feel for you, bud, because I know exactly what you've gone through there, and that's gonna really suck. But oh, I'm sure you'll mend better, and off we go again, right? So that's what she did. She took, you know, a few years or whatever it was to mend it all up, and then off she was going again. This girl that was in the fire in the house. So, and of course that was in the middle, I think, of the country too. So, you know, it's like, good luck trying to get help way out there. But anyways, I know what you're going through, bud. Just freaking hang in there and keep on watching old BILLSTMAXX here. I'll try to keep you entertained and try to make your day go by a little faster if at all possible, and we'll go from there. But anyways, I'm feeling for you, and thanks for all your courageous acts and everything you guys do for firefighting. It's just amazing. Well, there's a good little test too. I just unhooked her from the battery, and I just hooked on my little whatchamacallit, battery charger little guy maintainer here, and he only puts out 2 amps maximum output, 12 volt DC at 2 amps, and it's running it. So this thing's not pulling much for amperage. I really don't know why they put a 30 amp breaker in it. That's a pretty big breaker for that. Like, wow, it's running it right off of that, and it's, I know this thing only charges to the maximum of 2 amperage. Input is 1/2 amp and output is 2 amp. So that's, wow, interesting. So yeah. Yeah, well, she's back on the battery. And let's see, that battery recover at all while we were doing that? Probably not. Yeah, she's still about the same. Yeah, a little bit, maybe not much though. So yeah, there we go. That's pretty sweet. Now I could, this thing probably draws so little, I could probably hook this up and get it all charged up. But maybe I'll do that. Why don't we hook that back on here and we'll see what she goes up to then. Yeah, she's going up a little bit. Not a huge whole pile yet, but she'll go up. And hopefully it doesn't melt this thing down, but I don't think this thing would actually turn on if it was drawing too many amps. I think it's pretty smart that way. Intelligent battery charger maintainer. It knows if it's sucking too much out. So I guess when you got a battery that's almost dead, it's probably pouring that full 2 amp right into her, and then it charge till it sort of gets up higher. It can sense that, I guess, and then it starts to slow the charge down a bit to probably, you know, right down to probably half an amp or something. I don't know. Maybe it goes down to tiny little milliamps. I don't know if it does or not. But yeah, there we go. So I don't think we got to do some playing with later, because I got a whole bunch of fuses around here that we could, you know, put like a 2 amp in and see if she'll fry it or something. I bet you it wouldn't. Alrighty, well, I brought the tractor in today. There, we're gonna switch over that plate. If I had enough more light back there you could see. Actually, I could turn the big light on here, I guess, on top. Boom. Okay, so I got her in. We're gonna take that plate off and everything off there, and then switch that plate, and probably keep using this front plate. I think this one, because I have modified it with this cylinder now, which I probably don't need it like that now because of the we're not using that big plow, so it doesn't need to be that beefy anymore. But there's a lot of play in that feller. And I can't remember why there's so much play in here. There really shouldn't be. I don't remember now why. But anyways, we'll find that out when we take her apart. So a lot of play in the back there. There's not too much in the front because I kind of redid all that. But this centerpiece definitely has had its butt kicked for quite a while, and she's time to replace. So we're gonna have to get all these stupid things. Oh, you know what I don't have? Oh, I might have to go to somewhere and get a set. Is a bigger set of cotter pins, because I don't think I got enough big ones left. Alright, well, went out to my local TSC store and I was looking for pins. You know, pins. Cotter pins. And didn't find them, of course, at TSC, but I did find some of these. These are all stainless and actually made in Milverton, Ontario. I guess that's where they're made. I don't know. They're probably made in China, but they got their sticker on anyways. Milverton's actually not too far from me, and it's actually, well, actually it is. It's about an hour and a bit, I guess, and it's quite a big Mennonite community there, you know, Amish Mennonite stuff. So, but anyways, I got some of them because last night I was playing with this a little bit. This is how this is going to mount on the tractor. 2-inch square with, well, this has got 2 clamps on it, as you can see, because I didn't have enough bigger ones. So this one here should be good. Oh yeah, that should be lots. Oh boy. And I thought, you know, just for fun, I'd mount a couple on. Very solid. She's pretty solid, so I think that's going to work good. And I think I got 8 of these ones. So, and I don't know. I was kind of thinking of putting, see what I mean by maybe putting on a round piece that would kind of hug that a little nicer, but I don't know if I'm going to. These only seem to tighten up so much anyways, as soon as they got kind of clamped her on the sides, but this is kind of what I was kind of wanting to avoid, was that kind of a sharp clamp there kind of thing, like around the edge, that sharp, you know. A straight piece would have made it go a bit, you know, not so sharp on the edges, but you know, these are pretty tight. I don't think they're gonna move, and I think that should be good. And any extra bit you can just pull off and just zing with a little saw cutty thing or something, and do that. Or you could wrap some black tape around it if it really bothers you too much, but wherever I put these clamps, I don't think it's going to matter too much. So, and these are metal. These are all stainless too. All stainless steel. Sweet. Speaking of stainless steel, because DSC didn't stock cotter pins of like anything in our store here. Really sucked. We had to drive all the way over to Princess Auto, my favorite store. Wish we had one in town here. We'd never have to leave town. And so I'm like, okay, I know they got cotter pins. And, oh yeah, they got cotter pins. And if that's not good enough for you, they got a big set of cotter pins too. These ones are freaking pretty big. I don't know, it's probably the second ones down I need or something. Or maybe even like that one or something pretty huge. But yeah, we got pins. That can go in the garbage now. Light's still going, although I do have my charger just trickling here a little bit. We're gonna do a little experiment after too. Put that on. Hang on. There. Little experiment. Oh, it's not. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's plugged in. It says it's charging, but it hasn't really juiced her too hard, so we're still 11.3 there, I guess. So that's definitely ran 24 hours. Now, mind you, I've had this juicing a little bit, but it doesn't seem like it's doing too much. So I'm going to turn it all off here, I guess, and we'll continue to juice our battery back to where she should be. Actually, no. I want to do that experiment first. I'll leave that off like that for now. What the experiment is I've got a different series of fuses here. Different sizes. Now, they put a 30, I think, in this. I think this was a 30 amp. We're going to do this little test after. Yeah, that's a big 3.0 in there. That's pretty freaking huge. This thing seems to be drawing less than 2 amps, or this thing wouldn't have turned on. Running this directly off the wall plug. So that's a 30 in there. We're going to try, you know, maybe start at the lowest, maybe a 3. So if you want to know what the difference is between these, let me get one of these out. I don't know if you'll be able to see or not. Well, if you see that little wee tiny wire in there, that's hard to show you with this one. There's a little wee tiny wire in there compared to the big wire in the center of that one. The thicker the wire in these, the more amperage it can withstand. So basically what happens if you overload something, I think these are all kind of opaque-y colored. There's a 20. Oh, they are kind of opaque-ish colored. These ones in here are better. Hang on. Holy cow, this phone's driving me nuts today. Man, I just want to fire it into the bush. Be gone. But anyways, I can't remember what we were talking about earlier, but we're going to try a little experiment here. And we're going to change a couple of fuses in this thing. I just want to see if it'll blow like a 3 amp fuse. So running it, let it run for whatever long. If it blows a 3 amp fuse, okay, well, that's not good, which I don't think it's really going to. I really don't know why they put a 30 amp fuse in there, because holy cow, that's a lot of amperage. And it's obviously not drawing that much, because this little charger only goes to 2 amp. So, but I think I would probably settle in with maybe a 10 amp if I was going to really run this thing. But I'm really thinking I can probably run this off of the existing wires. Are 2 amps. Like, I bet you these lights, oh, I don't have it in here. The lights that are on the tractor now are probably way more than that, because they actually get really hot, so they're drawing quite a bit of amperage, I think, there to light them. So I might even change the front ones with my little guys I got here. Remember I showed you the little guys the other day? These little guys, if I can get them to mount on. These little guys. Amazon. Remember these little guys I showed you the other day? I might even switch these guys, because I bet you they're like nothing to run these ones. I bet you they're absolutely nothing. I guess those would mount up under there. I don't know how they would. I can't remember how the other ones fit. I'm sure there's something like this. But I think I could run all these in conjunction with the other ones. Now, the only thing is, I would have 2 switches if I run these ones off of those lights, because this would only turn on when I turn the light switch on. There wouldn't be constant power there all the time. There'd be constant power to the switch, but not up to the lights themselves. So it would only turn on when, so it'd have to either not have the other ones hooked on and just hook it up to this, or replace these ones with this and they would all turn on at the same. But I could, actually that would work too, you know. I could have these ones come on all the time with the switch, and then if I wanted more light, I could turn the little button guy on this thing, and away they would go. So that's why I come here. I don't know if this is I don't know if this is such a good idea. Holy cow, that's really bright. That's gonna be awesome. Holy, okay. Well, that's what. Okay, so we're gonna mess with that later. I don't think. I think maybe that's what I'm gonna try to do. Switch them. Have these on the switch on the tractor, and this one would turn on unless I turn that switch on. I think all of these together would probably be less than like 5 amp. I'm thinking like, holy cow. But because LEDs are friggin' awesome, eh? So, or LEDs like 30 years ago. Anyway, so I'm gonna wrap this one back up, and then we'll go switch this thing out. All right, let's think about this here now. We don't need to take this one off. This one needs to come off though, to replace that piece. So, I don't know, can you guys see there? I guess you can. I don't know why cotter pins, maybe you guys would know. How come they seem really soft when they're new? And then you try to get them off later like I'm trying to do now, and they're like hardened. I don't really know, they seem to do that. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Probably just reuse that one again. Maybe I gotta save myself a trip to Princess Auto, but Princess Auto's awesome. That's nice, isn't that beautiful? That didn't have a grease fitting on it. That would have been a nightmare. That just fell out of there like nothing. I like that. Okay, now you won't be able to see this one. But this one I gotta get unraveled here again. Like this one, like I bent this thing around here like it was nothing the other day. Now it's like, nope, nightmare. Not coming off, sorry. But maybe that's a good thing that it doesn't want to just fall right off. Okay, so that one's loose. Let's pull the back pin here. cylinder, and this thing can come right off. Okay. Oh, what's going on there? Well, it was just floppy. I don't know if the new one's going to be like that or what, but okay, we need to drop this pin too. So that's that one, that's that one. We need to drop this main pin. Okay, that one actually come out pretty good. You're not supposed to, pardon me, reuse cotter pins again, because once you put it in new, you bend it around, and then you open it up, take it out, put it in, bend around again. That's had like too many bends and it could snap there, so you're not supposed to reuse them. Okay, I guess we'll try to get this guy off. Oh, why is that so tight? That one's got a little bendage in it. That's not good. Maybe I got another one out there somewhere. Okay, so that's off, that's off. Now we gotta do the fun one. Probably shouldn't be too bad because I've had her off just recently and we greased her up again when we took her off. There we go. Get that piece out of there. Out. Okay, let's grab our new one. Alright, I found another pin. It's kind of like that other one I've got in there with the dangly doowee, so I don't know if that's going to work there or not. I guess it probably will. Okay, so everything's good there. We got to get this, pardon me, this thing lined back up here again, and it sucks. But it doesn't have this front piece hanging off it, so it won't be so bad. Not super too heavy. Man, I wish this cold would, pardon me, piss off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. I think I had to shorten this a little bit. Trying to remember this piece here. Oops, sorry. I get you in the right spot there. This piece here. That's right. I think I did shorten that a little bit because when I put my my pieces on here, these were a little wider than the stock ones, right? So I had to shorten this so that would fit up inside. That is right. Hang on a sec. Okay, let's try fitting this now. Hopefully she goes. Well, she might need a hair more. I don't want it tight, so I'll shave a hair more off her. Okay, let's try her now. Oh, I hate colds. Well, that's better. Okay, now we got to find the hole somewhere here. Nope. Well, you're rotten, aren't you, you little turd? It's got to fit in a perfect good spot. Well then, how else am I going to do this? Well, I guess we can go the other way too, the pin. Just have something to kind of hold it for me until I can find the actual drive spot. Sorry, I'm blocking you up. Okay, she might go, or she might need just a little bit more of a shave. Oh, she went. That is good. Okay, now we need to get new pins. I guess we can pin everything after. Guess we can pin everything after. Guess that's all right like that. This should probably be cleaned. It's a little grimy and gritty, kind of crappy. Hang on. Okay, let's get this. Well, you know what? I should probably get these couple of pinned here before I forget. So we'll open up our new box of cotter pins. 1,000 piece. And that one needs one. Well, that one actually might be too small. I know you can't really kind of see. I think I'm going to go with one the next size up. Might have to get into the bigger size. Now that won't work. Okay, those are flared out. That one's going to need a sort of a bit bigger one. It's kind of, these are actually meant for those clip pin thingies. Ooh, that might be a little overkill though. It's the right pin, but I do also want to have to get these out again maybe sometime. So, boy, I don't think I need one that long though. Holy cow. No, that's too small. Okay, well, that's a pretty darn big one for there, but maybe I'll just flare it open a little bit here. So after I can get them out again, maybe. No, I better go that way. Holy cow, these things are tough. Oh, these are all stainless steel too, right? Holy cow! Okay, maybe that wasn't a good idea putting a big one like this in. Okay, that's sort of bent. Wow, might have to get the cutting torch out to get those ones out again. Okay, so that's good. I guess we can put on our this one here. Yeah, I think that should work. Should work. And oil. Now you're probably wondering again, why are you using that old piece again? You got it all new. Yeah, I did. But I got this customized here. And I don't really want to change this all right now, because I'd have to use my new cylinder, and this cylinder is still fine. I don't really want to have to burn up a new one just to change her back like that. So that's going to need a fairly good sized one. Now I got to try to hold this somehow. Bend this somehow. Ow. Okay, that's good. All right, last pin. Woo-wee. Let's see if we can get this guy back in here where he's supposed to be. Sorry for reaching in front of you. What's going on here now? Doesn't like... Oh, that'll work there. Okay. Sorry, I gotta reach in front of you because I can't see what I'm doing. And it helps if I get the cylinder in there too, I guess. There. Oh yeah, that tightened her up a bit. Now that bit of play I'm getting there now is actually in the cylinder, but I think it always had a little bit of play down in the back of the cylinder here. It always had a little bit of play there. But that's okay. It's way better than it was. That is good. Okay, so I got to get a pin down on that one too. If at all possible. And I don't think you guys are going to be able to see that unless, well, maybe just. Okay, I'll see if I can get a pair of pliers on that. It's much easier to bend these things with pliers. Come on, you rat. Holy cow, these things are tough. I'm gonna hate taking these off. I'm gonna be like, who the crap put these on? Oh my goodness, I can't even get a hold of it. Well, you know what I'm going to do? There. That shouldn't come out of there now. Okay, that, I guess, is that. We just need to grease it up. And then we should be good. Okay, let's pump this with some grease here. And hopefully it works. Well, I can see it's puking out, so that's good. We'll get this guy here again. That's greasy, greasy. And this one here. This one will take a little bit. Good. And this one here, I'm just going to throw some. It's kind of general area. It might work itself in or not. I don't know. Good. I think that's it. That should be good. Sweet. Ready to rock again. Okay, we are going to experiment here a little bit. Make sure you can see the light. which I'm sure it will shine very brightly. Okay, let's just make sure those aren't touching. They're good. These we really don't need now. Okay, so we got no fuse in right now. Now I don't know which one's on, which one's off. Okay, that's okay. We can just touch this in here. Okay, so that is off. Okay, so that's up. Okay, so that was the 30. We're going to drop drastically to a 3. That's the lowest I've got. I do believe it. I've got, yeah, 3 is my lowest. Okay, so we're going to put this in. See if it'll run on a 3 amp fuse. I just kind of want to, why is that not fitting too nice? I just mostly kind of want to see if it will blow it on a 3 or if it'll run on a 3. Because I don't, 30 seems awful high for that. So here we go, ready? Well, it's running on a 3 amp fuse there. Still running on a 3. If it starts drawing too much, it might fry it. I haven't got anything lower than a 3 though. 30 seems awful high. Holy cow. So that's what we're running on right now. It's a 3 and it's running it. So I don't think I would have any problem at all running that off the normal light system on the tractor. We'll just tap into that maybe and then solder a few good connections onto her and go from there. Well, I'm going to let that run for a while, and maybe by the end of the day we'll see if she's still running on 3. And if it is, I'd probably set out like a 10. Because I don't think it'll even... well, this little charger goes to 2 amp. I got a 3 amp in here, so we got an amp bigger than what this charger is good for. So I bet you if that's drawing an amp at the most, that would probably be all. That's pretty crazy. That's awesome though. So anyways, I was kind of hoping that it might have fried a couple of these, like maybe the 3 and the 7.5, maybe leveled off at a 5 or to the 10, but I guess not. She's running on a 3 amp fuse right there. That's freaking crazy. Come on, blow. I want you to blow it so we can put it in a 5 or a 7.5 or a 5. Sorry, the 5 is next. I got these backwards here, don't I? I can't count. 1, 2, 5. There. Okay. So yeah, I don't, like I say, have anything lower than the 3. I know I think they come in a 1.5, but automotive-y stuff probably wouldn't use anything that small. So I don't even really know what an automotive would use for 3, like a radio maybe. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna let her run. See what happens here. Okay, so I was just reviewing some of the comments from yesterday's video about using clamps like this, and some of you I know are suggesting using the big square U-bolts. I don't think it needs something that big. Like, that's crazy huge. Like, I've only got 2 on here and it's holding this piece like perfect. Like, I can't shlimmy slide out of the way, and I've got plans of putting on another 2. So, and I know some of you were thinking, oh, those look like crap, but honestly I kind of think that great big U-bolt with the threads and, you know, and the bolt, the big nut there, that would look worse, honestly. Whereas this is, you know, should hold very good. And some of you are saying, oh, why don't you just tack weld it on there or drill it and stuff, which I was thinking of doing, but doing a bit of research, you're not actually allowed to, or supposed to. Come on, you stupid thing, undo. Huh. Yeah, you're not actually supposed to do that to your ROPS because it will void any safety warranty issue-y stuff, you know, or it could, if you roll the thing, that could make it a weak spot and you might collapse and crush on yourself, or, you know, it's been engineered and, what the crap? Engineered and passed inspection. Engineered and passed its inspection, and you're not supposed to alter its structural integrity by doing that. Because I guess any hole that's drilled in that thing to any hole that's drilled in that thing to mount a light or something to has been engineered into that. Whereas I'm adding an aftermarket, they'll call it, thing to it. And you could get yourself into some doo-doo. So we're just gonna mount her like this. Now if it's really bad, you can glue something to it. So if it's really bad, and I really don't think it's safe, which I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 clamps holding it to the bars. I think it should be more than enough. You can use like some kind of an epoxy. Just put like one beaver down there. I don't know how you'd get it in there, and then it would smush all over the place because this just barely fits in there. There's no room, you know. Something you could get in there. I was actually thinking of some of that double-sided peel and stick 3M tape, but you'd never get it stuck. It'd get stuck like halfway, and it's like, yep, well, that's where it's staying. So that wouldn't work too well. But a glue, you could, you know, slather it on and then shove it in place. I guess you could maybe get in between the bars and this bar with a little prier. Open this up a little bit, squirt some in, and then squeeze her, and then clamp her. That would definitely hold her. So I'm gonna try her like this first, and like I say, if it's no good, then we'll change. And hanging wise, yes, I could flip it upside down and put the light on this side and get it more clearance, but I think I'm gonna have enough. I'm going to mount her basically like this, and then this is actually going to be up higher, and this will be almost touching the roof, so it'll look a little nicer than yesterday's video. That was just kind of a rough placement, you know. So still running on a 3 amp fuse, by the way. And someone mentioned, why don't you drill it into the plastic roof thing? I'm like, no, can't do that, because as soon as you there's 2 different layers, and it's all different. The whole thing's weird, if you know what I mean. So if you drill through, you got to have the pieces touching inside. I've got stuff like you'd start clamping it in the roof. It just wouldn't work. I looked at it, and no, it just wouldn't work. The only place that it is going to work is maybe hanging these little lights, where the roof actually does form down to meet itself on either side, and then you just put it through and then bolt from each side, where the rest of the roof has got like all air in it, right? So it's like open, I guess you would say. So that's not going to work. So, but anyways, someone also asked where I got these lights from. I just honestly looked them up on Amazon. LED light bar. Picked up one guy that was pretty good. It was pretty good quick shipping, which I liked. Although the other package for some reason was slower than the other one, even though it was coming from the same place. Well, they showed up, they're here, so, you know, it's just not lightning super fast. They took, oh crap, I forgot to put that in. I just put my cat kit away again. Oh, come on. And good, so everything is back away. Everything's good there. I got some junk here to get rid of. Some junk here, don't need now. Still running on 3 amp. I'm gonna leave her going. I got this thing on charging. I'm gonna leave her going the weekend. And if it's fine by like next week, she should be good. These things are good for like 50,000 hours or something crazy. They're supposed to be rated for, but I guess eventually, you know, this one might burn out, or, you know, some of them are going to burn out, and then you know, you get like 6 of them burnt out, then it would look kind of stupid, right? Then you'd have to replace the whole thing, because I don't think you can just replace the dowees in there unless you're a whiz at it. But yeah, I'm just gonna let her rock. So everything looks good here. She says she's charging, so that's good. It'll probably eventually catch up to itself, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it won't, but yeah, that's awesome. 3 amp right there, it says 3 amp. Well, we got some bad news. I remember now why. I altered, let's show you that before we go out there. I altered that lift bracket where that mount is for the lift part. Now I know why. I totally forgot about that. I couldn't remember why. Why did I do that? Well, the one they've sent me, or the one I've got here, that we just installed today is actually for the snowblower, where it doesn't, it's set up different. And I did this way with the other two holes. And I'll show you why. I put, and I was using the top holes, which lets this go down further. I just had a freaking nightmare trying to get that thing attached. I got her attached, and oh god, it looks like it's all going to come apart again. Or I might be able to do it right on the machine, I don't know. But I know why now that I changed it. This is right down, as far down you can see the cylinder, as far as it goes, and I'm not even touching the ground there. So this is sort of not really kind of meant for this. I think that's why I had to alter it. Because it's basically suspended off the air now, in the air. I had one frick of a time getting this thing all lined up and pinned on, and that won't even work, because it doesn't even go low enough. Well, that's it. Not even touching. Nothing. And it doesn't go any lower than that. That's right down. That's it. Well, look how freaking stupid high it goes. Like normally it ended at about there, I think. That's my other lift. Now look how high this goes. I don't need her that high. Everything else is the same, but it's just the way that where that guy mounts. So I need higher holes, which it won't let it go in the cylinder as far, but it'll actually let it go down further. So it'll actually push it down further. So that would actually be picking itself off the ground there. So I think the blower would be fine there. I just don't remember the blower coming up that high, but oh, for corn flakes. I thought I was going to go out and sweep some roads, but apparently not right now. I got to do some more modifications to this thing. So we'll have to get off these guys. These little ears here that are nicely greased up now. Get those blown off of there and try to maybe get those other ones off the other machine thing there, or make new ones. And weld those back on. I could probably just make new ones and get a rough idea where I wanted to weld them again, and a rough idea where the holes are, and we'll go with that. But holy frig, totally forgot about that. So this one's still not good for using, I guess, today. So we'll maybe we'll just put him back in the back shop again. Yeah, that's as low as she goes. That's not much good, and it's not even because of the wheels, because they're not even touching yet. So we need to mod that. We need to mod that thing a bit. That's, I think, why I did that now, because I think it was a real nightmare to get this thing on and off. Whereas if that cylinder doesn't come out so far, higher holes, it actually pushes this down further, where this thing almost touches the ground. I could pretty much scoop right under that thing, pick it up, and then doink, lock her in. But it didn't lift quite as high, but holy cow, I don't need it lifting up to the frickin', you know, like that. I think that's why I did that with that thing. So that sucks. I'll have to do that mod, and boy, oh boy, that's some pretty beefy stuff I used there, and it lasted actually pretty good too. I don't think there's hardly any wear in those at all. But they are very quietly, securely welded down to that, so I'm kind of probably not going to take those off. But I don't think I got anything like that thick here. That's pretty beefy stuff there. Let's give it a measure. I'm thinking like 3/4 inch. Yeah. She's a 3/4 inch thick stuff. Oh, I'm pretty sure I don't have any of that laying around here. Crap. But I think even this hole is higher. I think the other one's a lot lower. I'm going to give it a quick measure from the plate to where roughly the hole starts. Okay, I measured about 3/4 of an inch from this bottom plate to where the hole started, so I've already got more than that. That's a lot. About a 2-inch there, so yeah, I got a lot more. No wonder I had problems getting her on. Holy friggin' crap. Oh, so I haven't gotten any of that material. I just got rid of a bunch of it when I scrapped all my crap. It's all gone now, but I don't think I had any more of actually this stuff. So I'll have to add that to my list, I guess. Now we'll have to do that someday, but holy friggin' crap. I could probably go a bit thinner with it. Like, I've got lots of 1/2 inch here. I got a piece of 1/2 inch right beside here. Maybe that would be lots. I'd probably use that because that's what I had. But, you know, it makes the hole a little wider, a little bit less apt for wearing, although you can see the difference between these holes. This one's a little bit holier than this one. It was starting to get a bit sloppy, I guess, but that probably lasts a little bit longer because it was thicker material. So I'm going to probably go with the same. I'll have to get some though. Piece of bar, a 3/4 inch. 3/4 inch by, how wide is this crap? 3/4 inch by 2 inch. So I'll have to grab some of that, I guess, and then we can mod that other one. This one I don't know. I was going to rebuild it, but man, there's something going on here. Something was definitely going weird there. I don't really know what. That's just probably a bushing thingy or something I could probably just redo, like with one of my sweet bushings up here, you know. Have to get all that hogged out of there and then use like one of these things here or something. That's a 1 inch. That's actually for the end of a cylinder. So that could probably pretty much bang right on there, except they got an extra little tab thing in this one. There's here, and I don't really know why. Can't see it anyways, all greased. But, I mean, that could potentially be fixed, redone. But, I don't know, it might just get in the garbage too. Who knows, scrap it. Well, been out doing a bit of plowing, didn't really need much. The roads had all cleaned themselves pretty well off, except places where there, you know, a shadow from a tree or something, or the building or whatever. But this has been running for, probably almost an hour. Still running on 3 amp fuse. It's all good. It's not hot or nothing, so that's awesome. 3 amps. I believe we're running all weekend. Anyways, I got a little package from Amazon today. Look, even an Amazon box. Holy, that is cool. I ordered something a while ago, and I just ordered something the other night, and it can't be this already, but the thing I ordered that's been taking forever, it can't be that. It's just got to be it. And I guess, I don't know, let's open her up. I ordered, well, this is what I ordered the other night. Holy crap, that was really fast. I can just sort of tell by the date. February 24th I ordered that. I ordered some more of the GoPro extension to go from the GoPro into like my lapel mic, so I can, you know, talk to you guys if I'm plowing or something better. Have a little better sound. And I ordered them like a month and a bit ago, and they're still not here. I'm like, what the crap? And these, I do believe, are going to be USB 3.0. USB 3.0 extension cables. Now the only reason I needed them, of course, nowhere in town here has them. What's 3.0 USB? I never heard of that, dude. It's just really fast. Okay. Oh look, dowees. Now is that what this is? I don't really know. Serious ties. No, this isn't it. Somebody else sent me these. Send a thank you note. You can learn more about your gift or start a return here. Huh. Extra duty heavy cable ties. Oh man, pardon me. Well, who on earth sent me these? I'll have to do that little doowee thing there on the thingy and see. A gift for you. Happy 100K. Enjoy. Thanks for all you do. Still didn't say who it's from. Who's it from? Huh. Well, that is definitely a surprise. I kind of thought they were a little bit heavy for a USB cable, but I did order quite a few of them. I ordered 5 packs of 2 cables. Wow. Those are awesome. Oh, those are like really thick ones. Holy cow. Those are really awesome thick ones. Where the heck am I going to do with those? Those are like even better than the ones they use for tying people up if you've been bad. They'll lock those things around you now. Okay, let me fire up my phone doowee and we'll scan that and see who this hopefully tells us who sent it. Well, even on here it doesn't still say who actually sent them. Now, serious ties, seriously heavy duty cable ties. 36 UV black. Interesting. So yeah, I did the doowee, scan the doowee, and it takes me to here. Say thanks, send a personalized thank you note. I don't know who sent it though about this gift. Serious ties. Sold by Clear Lake Enterprises. Ship to. It doesn't tell me who actually sent it. Well, I'll send a thank you back to whoever sent that. Email a thank you note. So thanking you for these guys. Those are freaking wicked. I'd really like to get these apart and look at them, but I really want to keep them in this package for now until I need one maybe. But there you go. Those are super amazing thick heavy duty ones. Holy cow, that is awesome. But yeah, it's funny no note from who it is. But anyways, I'm going to send a doowee back here. Well, I logged in. You got to log into Amazon, and it comes up with these sort of template card thingies to send back, and it says Dear Anthony. So whoever Anthony is, thanks for sending them, buddy. That's all it tells me. So yeah, I guess Amazon. He probably ordered them from Amazon, put my address on it, sends it to me. But it just says sender from Amazon, blah blah blah, Burlington, Ontario, and that's it. So thanks, Anthony. That's awesome. I'll put them to good use. I don't know exactly what yet because those things are freaking huge. They are 36-inch long. Apparently good for 175 pounds. Holy, that's awesome. Ordered on February 21st, 2016. So it didn't take too long to get here. It's only from Burlington. That's only, you could drive there in like an hour and 10 minutes from my house. So it's not really too bad. But anyways, thanks, Anthony. That's awesome. The day has clicked on, man, running over to the Princess Auto every day there, she sure burns up a lot of the day. It's a freaking long drive, and I can't wait till the one opens that's like about 20 minutes closer to me here, which will be awesome. But yeah, so I guess that's about it for today. I don't have nothing else planned for today, except I really gotta go pee really bad. Been holding it for like a while. You don't probably need to know that, but anyways, everybody pees, right? And it's my time apparently to go. So I'm gonna have to, I guess, get working on that stupid lift bracket again there. That's freaking ticked me off a little bit because now I gotta try to get that, well, getting that sweeper off won't be so bad. Getting it on sucked. But I do need to go get material. Could probably just use that 1/2 inch again, but I used that 3/4 before and I think I'm gonna use it again. It worked pretty good, so I'll have to get that one off, get it cleaned off again, and we got it all greased up. I might be able to do it right on there, maybe. And that actually might not be a bad idea, because then I can get stuff lined up with the cylinder, lined up with the holes on these pieces I gotta make, get them welded on, and then lay it to her. I just gotta get these old ones blown off of here. I think I really remember doing that now. I think I remember blowing those off before and then putting these ones on. Because, yes, that's right. It's okay for the snowblower. I think that's right. It's okay for the snowblower because it's mounted higher on the snowblower where those pins mount in, where this one is quite a bit lower. That's right. It'll mount up to the snowblower good, but it won't. That's why I had the second hole in it. so it makes the snowblower work too. That's right. I was trying to remember all this now. I wish I would have remembered that when I had it all apart there. But, well, that's the way she works sometimes. So, yeah, we'll have to do that, get that fixed up. I got to get material. I don't think I'm going to put the round things on the light to mount on the big tractor. I'm just going to mount them on just like that. I think that should work. Should be fine. And if not, then I'll have to get some kind of epoxy and mush that all in there and then tighten those things on, and then she'll be good. I just don't want to drill it or weld to it or you know, drill and bolt it or tap, what do you call them, self-tapping screws. I was going to do that right too, but I don't want to destroy or ruin the integrity of the ROP system on the tractor. So we're just going to leave her like that. And then if I want to, I can just undo the clamps, pull the light off, pull the wires out, bang, done. Within like probably 10 minutes she'll be out again. And as in where I'm going to wire it, I don't know. I'm going to let this thing run on this 3-amp fuse, and I think I'm going to wire it right to the front lights on that thing, and then maybe replace the 2 front lights with these other LEDs. That'll be freaking awesome. Probably don't need the other ones, the little guys. This will be way too bright, but the big one here might be good for tilting up more, and the little ones maybe tilting down more. That might work too. I was thinking of putting some small guys on the back too, for, you know, if you're digging, you can see what you're doing. But because they're so bright and intense, I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave these ones on here. Only because you'll get too much reflecting back off the arm of the backhoe, and you'll be doing like this all the time, where now it's kind of dull and not super brightish, and then it, you know, you can still see what you're doing, but it's not like too freaking bright, right? I think it would just be too much. So I'm just going to do the front stuff, because it's not really actually too often I'm digging at night. Very, very rare actually. And it's got lots of light from those stock ones there for backing up if I'm doing anything at night. So just mostly the front ones where I can see further ahead where I'm going. If I get enough of these LEDs on here, well, it wouldn't be hot enough, but if you could, maybe get it so bright that it actually like melts the snow as you're driving along. That'd be freaking awesome. I don't think that would work though. But yeah, so anyways, I guess I'll head her out. You guys have a good night. We'll catch you. Well, we'll catch you when we get some material, I guess, for doing this and tear it all apart again. Probably. Oh man, I gotta bend all those pins again, and those pins were freaking really tough ones. Oh man, I could put in some of those hairpin clippy things, I think they call them, but I kind of don't super crazy like those, because sometimes they will pop out and then your thing falls off, and then you're screwed, right? So yeah, but anyways, we'll get some material for next week there, and or this week, whatever we're gonna do this here. And we'll do some drilling. I think those are a 1/2-inch hole on that, so that shouldn't be too bad. Should be pretty easy to hog those out. And go from there, I guess. I don't need much of that 3/4 stuff, but I'll probably get... I kind of like to make it worth their while. You know, if I go in there and say, oh, I only need a foot of that stuff, well, there's $3.58 or whatever it is. I feel kind of bad doing that, you know, so I'll probably get like, I don't know. It's always good to keep a little extra, so I usually get... Like for that, I don't need much. Most of my projects, I use a fair bit of one length of something, right? Where this, I only need like probably 6 inches of it. Would be a lot. But maybe I'll get 6 feet of it or something, make it kind of worth their while at least. Because they got to get it off the rack. They got to, you know, put it in the machine. They got to measure it all up, cut it all, and then there you go, Joe, out you go. But I kind of don't like doing that. I like to make it worth their while, you know, a little bit. So... maybe I'll even get 2 6-foot pieces. I don't know. We'll figure something out. It's way more than I need, but you never know. In the future, we might need something for something else again, right? So at least we got a good saw to cut. We got a, well, fairly good drill press to driller. Good welder. We just have to clean the old crap off, clean off the paint so I can weld the new ones to it. And drive on. Bob's your uncle again. We'll be good then. So that just ticked me off. I'm like, why the frig can I not get this thing mounted on here? And I'm like, oh crap, that's why. This is actually meant for the blowers. They must have a different bracket or something for the sweeper that's got longer thing with a higher hole or something in it. I don't know, because it does not work very good with this. And it doesn't even touch the ground now, so like that's not going to work at all. So that kind of ticked me off a little bit. But anyways, So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna head her out. Thanks again for watching. Matt, get better, buddy. It's gonna take you a bit of time, I know, but it looks, in spite of this picture, that you're not in too good of humor. So hopefully this will help you a little bit. And kind of wish you had mentioned in Kentucky where you're from, or Kansas. Sorry, no, not Kentucky. Why did I think Kentucky? Kansas. No, I've never been to Kansas. I have been to Kentucky though. So it starts with a K. So I got her pretty good if I even got the K right. So Kansas, Kentucky, Kansas. I've never been to Kansas. Never been to Kansas. Something, do that someday maybe. That'd be kind of neat. Never been there. So, but anyways, yeah, there's not much else on this message here. Just review her here again. Yeah, that's it. So anyways, this was actually his wife that sent this out, so I don't actually know if he knew that I was going to do this for him. Shout out. So there you go, buddy. So anyways, thanks Anthony for sending those cable ties in. Those are awesome. Those things are freaking massive, huge. They're actually really heavy too. There's a lot of plastic, I guess, in them, eh? So yeah, but anyways, I'm going to head her out. It's time to go home. So, holy cow, it's 4:30 and it's still kind of bright out. That is nice. That's the time of the year I like. But anyways, yeah, you guys have a good night. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you. Well, next time we'll catch you probably when we get some of this material. And I'm gonna let this light, like I say, go over the weekend. Hopefully she'll keep going on a 3 amp, and then I think we'll get those mounted. Well, I gotta paint and prime this bracket first, I guess, too. So maybe I'll do that through the weekend here or something, and go from there. Got a painter with something, I don't know what, something anyways. Probably just black so it kind of all matches everything. Would look probably better. But I'll get that ready to rock. You guys probably don't want to see painting video. You see me do lots of painting and stuff, so it'll be the same as before, just a little bit different, if you know what I mean. And we'll go from there. But I think I'm going to let this thing run on this all weekend, and then we'll paint that thing up next week. I'm not in a huge major hurry to get this thing really mounted right. So my kind of big sort of major kind of hurry now is getting this other tractor going again, which I thought was going to happen today, but didn't. So, but we'll get her going. But anyways, this time I am going to go. You guys have a good time. We'll catch you later. And remember, don't let the outro scare you. I'm going to change that one of these days and get one that's a little different or something. We'll change her up. And one of these days, too, I'm going to do a little demo video how I make these things. Make these awesome intros. You guys will probably be interested in that. It's a pretty cool program. It's freaking expensive, but it does good intros and outros and stuff. You just have to get the right music in the right spot and blah, 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 blah. That's how they go. But anyways, don't let it scare you. We'll catch you later.